Hello Stampers and welcome to Laura's Stamp Pad. Today I wanted to show you this super fabulous card that I created using the Sale-A-Bration Flowering Foils Designer Series paper. This paper is stunning with its rose gold and silver elements that are foil. So of course the paper comes with just the foil and a white background. So here is a piece that is not colored. You can see that the leaves are silver and the flowers are all that gorgeous rose gold. So of course you could always use this paper as is and go for like an elegant subtle look, but you can also color it, and that's what really brings it to life and makes it super fun. So I actually want to show you a couple different things that I did. One of the ways I colored it was with sponge daubers. So the tricky thing about sponge daubers though is that sponge daubers are not very concise in where you're going, so you don't have a lot of control for small images. So here I was able to do the flowers very easily with the sponge daubers, as well as the leaves, but I still got out of bounds just a little bit. And then when I went to do the small little berries and flower buds, that's whenever things got a little bit out of hand and the sponge daubers just kind of made a mess. So then I went ahead and filled in with some Pool Party to kind of mask that background. And again, it's not a horrible piece, but it's also not, you know, nice and clean either. So then I tried it again, and on this one here, you can see I did the flowers again with the sponge daubers. I also did the leaves with the sponge daubers, and you can see how, you know, it's not quite exact. It's a little out of bounds a little bit with the coloring. And then I went ahead and I used my Stampin' blends to color those small buds and those small leaves, and I loved how it turned out. It was super fun. So then I decided to do a third one, and I was just going to use the blends, and that is this one here that I ended up using for that card. The other cool thing that I have to say whenever you color with Stampin' blends is always turn it over and look at the amazing creation. Isn't that so cool looking? I love it. I think it is so cool looking on the back side. I almost sometimes want to use the back side as much as I want to use the front side, but because there's this amazing foil, I super am loving the front side of this. So I went ahead and I used Stampin' blends to color it, and it's super easy because the foil is so wide. You don't have to worry about like staying in the lines and things like that because, you know, you can just kind of do like a rough color with your Stampin' blends. So, you know, I just colored around and filled in all that I saw. So for my Stampin' blends, of course you could use any color that you want. I used Mint Macaron, the dark, for my leaves. I used light Calypso Coral for those little buds. And I used both light and dark Highland Heather for the purple flowers. So this one you can see is quite dark, and I used the dark Highland Heather. Let's see, this one here, that one might be dark too. Let's see, this one is definitely the light. So, or actually this one I used with the sponge dauber. So, but you can use both the light and the dark. Like here I have the light, so let's just color in a little bit, and you can see how it's a much lighter color. But yeah, you could use both light and dark, and you could also use both of the colors together and have that variation in color. But yeah, that is how I created this. I also just layered it onto some Highland Heather and a Mint Macaron card base, added some of that fabulous ribbon, and then for the greeting here, I used the $100 level Sale-A-Bration stamp set, which is called Tags in Bloom, and they match and coordinate very much with the Label Me Fancy and Label Me Honey Lovely punches, which are two of my favorite punches right now. So I'm so excited about that. So don't forget that Sale-A-Bration ends on March 31st. So after that, you won't be able to get these free items for every $50 that you spend. So now's a great time to stock up, to get some card kits to work on or send to a friend who's, you know, in isolation and everything. I know right now is kind of a crazy time, so we're just, you know, staying inside and doing things to try to keep our minds busy and active, and know that we will all get through this. So I will leave links down below to all the supplies used. Of course, I'll also have more pictures on my website, laurasstampad.com, so check that out there. And give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys all next time. Happy stamping! Bye-bye!